So I got questions, guys. What's going on? And always, all praises due to the Most High God. We thank Him for all our blessings, all our many blessings. All praises due to the Most High God. Before we get started, all praises due to the Most High God. One more time, all praises to the Most High God. Give Him glory. Let's go. So, y'all know I have a lot of questions in regard to Nipsey Hussle. I've been trying to bring the questions up as I get them. I got a new question. So y'all know I've been wondering to myself mostly. I talked to y'all about it before, but we didn't really go into full details. But we had a conversation one time about sub-meanings of different things that Nip would say. Like when he talked about IC3 and Blue Laces and a couple other things. We talked about some other meanings. What's up, Monica? How you doing? Trenton in the building. So is Philly. I see you. See you. What's up, Miss Daniels? So y'all know me. I'm not researching just because I'm not talking. Y'all know I always try to look up the sub references to things, and I always believe that Nipsey Hussle has sub meanings to everything that he said for us to go back to look and to do our research. So while I was online today, it's a couple of things that I found out. Victory Lap. I always wonder why Nip would call his first album on a major label Victory Lap. Because a victory lap is something that you do when you're done, when you're finished, when you're kaput, when you know that you're not doing nothing else. Your victory lap is how you say goodbye. Everybody knows that your victory lap is how you run around to say, get your praise for the last time. You know, your praise and worship for athletes. When Usain Bolt ran his last race, he ran his victory lap. They gave him his props. Now somebody else will come up in the track and field world. Michael Phelps, he ran his last lap. He swam his last lap. They did a victory lap for him. Victory lap. Everybody has a victory lap in something. Racers that win the Indianapolis 500. They allow you, once you win, to go around one more time. That's called a victory lap. The only reason you have a victory lap is at the end of something prosperous. You don't announce the beginning to end it. Hear me out. I don't know if I'm going to get to say hello to everybody, but let me do that now. Hi, y'all. Love y'all. I appreciate y'all being here, but let me do this, guys, because I need to get this out. So, I've been doing my research, guys. So, y'all know I like to look into things, and it don't always have to make sense to you if it makes sense to me. I just bring it to y'all once I can understand it a little bit better myself, right? So I would really appreciate it, guys, if y'all would listen to me for a minute. I know y'all want to say hi to everybody, but please, this took me a while to put together, and I would really appreciate if y'all would pay attention to me for a minute. I know we all love each other and want to say hi, but y'all just hang tight with me for a minute, and we'll move on to that part in a second. So victory lap, like I explained, it's the finality of a person's career. I've never seen anyone start their career with a victory lap. Nobody, ever. It's the ending of your career. It's your goodbye round. It's your way that you're saying bye to everybody in your last hoorah. They know that this is your last race. They know that this is your last, whatever it is, your last shooting match, your last long jump, your last whatever, right? It's the last time that you're ever going to do what you're doing. So you call it a victory lap because you've been successful at doing what you're doing, and you want to get props from the people that you've been running with so that they can say goodbye to you. Now, nobody questioned the fact that Nip called his first album Victory Lap, and then he died. See, these things are things that we're supposed to be paying attention to because they're clues. I don't care. Like I said, I don't care if you don't believe what I'm saying because it makes sense to me. You're on my page. I'm giving it to my people that I trust and I've been around since day one, and they know how I think. So those are the people that I'm talking to. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, or this might be too much for you, this might not be the conversation for you. Victory lap is not something that you proclaim if this is your first go round. Now, this is your first major label album, meaning that you signed a multi-label deal. Why would you call your first album Victory Lap? It don't make sense, right? It makes no sense. Why would you call, and I have nothing against Nipsey Hussle. I love Nip. I love his music. I can name multiple songs. I'm not no bullshit ass fan. I bought merchandise. I own Crenshaw stuff. I own Slauson stuff. I have Los Angeles jerseys with Nip on it, all that. So I'm in here. I've been around since Hustle in the House, Bullets Ain't Got No Name, Crenshaw mixtape, all of that. So don't try to BS me with the bullshit like I'm not a fan. I'm a fan. I can name lyrics. I can name people that's on his roster. I can name songs that Nips done did with people, with artists he did songs with. So don't play me like that. Because I see all them fucking comments that I be seeing, and you ain't no fan, or y'all want to be fans, and I'll get the fuck out of here. So let's get back to the topic. I want to talk to y'all today about the words Victory Lap, because the words Victory Lap are very important. I think he did it for a reason, because it's not by coincidence that he died, or supposedly died, right after the release of Victory Lap. It really makes no sense, but it makes perfect sense for Victory Lap to be your final album if you end up dying. So did he know what was going on? Or are we assuming that that he didn't know? And it just so happened to be that he called his album Victory Lap. Was it by pure circumstance? Or did he know something, right? I assume that Nip knew. Nip was very intelligent, highly intelligent, a forward thinker. So this was not happenstance that he would name his album Victory Lap. But why? Did he foresee what was going to happen in March? Why did he get supposedly killed the day before April Fool's Day? See, these are things y'all got to think about, man. Victory Lap. So let me get back to that before I come off that topic. So I want to stay on Victory Lap. And as I said before, Victory Lap is only something that you do at the end of your career when you are taking your accolades and your props and you're about to move on to do something else. Victory Lap is your finale or your final bow to the crowd. That's not your first album. It shouldn't be your first album. And I don't believe that it was meant to be his first album. I think Nip knew that this was going to be his last album. And I think that, I don't think that he would have gotten the deal with Atlantic had he told them that this was going to be his only album. I think he had a plan in place. I'm talking about Nipsey as an artist and forward thinker. I think that Nip was trying to get a deal, do his all money in and be out, pay his way out. I don't think Nip, I really don't. I think he foresaw everything that happened. I really do. I think he had a hand in everything that happened as well. But let me get back to Victory Lap. So let me stay on the words Victory Lap. So I want y'all, when y'all gonna do some homework today, because I'm not just gonna be doing only one doing homework. Me and Kev ain't gonna be the only ones doing homework around here. We ain't just gonna be giving up information and be the only ones doing homework, and y'all out here getting all the information and ain't doing no research. So when y'all get off of this live with me, I want y'all to see what I saw for your own eyes. And I want you to Google the words Victory Lap in regard to Isaac. That's what I want you to do. Please tell me that y'all can hear me, because this is very, very important. Anybody that can hear what I'm saying, please say that you hear me. Please, please. This is very important to me. Damn, I'm not going in there. Please, 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 at the bottom, let me know that you can hear what I'm saying, because this is very important to what I'm talking about. So I need y'all to hear what I'm saying. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Oh, shit. Hold on, y'all. All right, so is anybody listening? Y'all just talking to each other, or y'all gonna talk to me? I asked y'all a direct question. I said, have y'all heard the last couple things that I said? Because I need y'all to hear what I'm saying. Okay, thank you. When y'all get off the line with me today, it's very important. I want y'all to look this up. Check this out. I want y'all to look up the words victory lap in regard to Isaac. That's how you gonna word it. Look up victory lap in regard to Isaac. Don't worry about what Isaac is. Just do victory lap. The words victory lap in regard to Isaac. ISAAC. And I want the next time we talk, I want y'all to tell me what it says. And you tell me, do you believe that shit ain't by mistake? I can't flip over and read y'all what it means because I can't come out of live because you won't see me and I can't talk to y'all. So if anybody can see it, if anybody can Google it and put it on here, that's awesome. You can copy and paste it and put it on here. That would be awesome. If you can go to Google and copy and paste that and put it on here as we talking, that would be really great. But I want somebody, when y'all finish talking to me today, what's up, Boozy G? I want y'all to look up victory lap, the word victory lap in regard to Isaac. And please tell me that shit don't make sense to you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't know how to do it either, Miss Siobhan, so don't give me the line. But I want y'all to go to Google. I want you to Google victory lap in regard, 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 to Isaac. And tell me what you see. It ain't gonna say Nipsey Hussle. It's not gonna. So for all of y'all that's going there looking for this bright, sunshiny word from God, it's not gonna say Nipsey Hussle in what we're talking about. You have to use your own fucking brain to figure it out. You gotta put two and two together. When you read what I'm telling you to read, use your mind to incorporate what we're thinking about Nip and Nip not being here no more in regard to what I'm posting. Thank you. Thank you very much, B. Daniels. Let me go ahead and read this. I appreciate that. Thank you. So please listen. Thank you, B. Daniels. Love you. A victory lap is a mechanic. Now, let's look up the word. Somebody look up the word mechanic. Look up the word mechanic and not the automobile mechanic. Look up the word mechanic. Mechanic is a movement. A victory lap is a mechanic. Mechanic is a movement added in the binding of Isaac. Now, in this particular thing, this is talking about the binding of Isaac is like this platform of things that these people do. But I want y'all to pay particular attention to the second part of what it says. It says a victory lap allows you to start a new run with almost all of your final items after killing the lamb in the dark room. Let's go back to that for a minute. Let's go back to that. So let's go back to that. So it says a victory lap. Now, this is the definition in regard to Isaac. It says a victory lap allows you to start a new run with almost all of your final items after killing the lamb in the dark room. Now, where did they say Nipsey supposedly got killed at? Now, they showed us he got killed in front of the plaza, but the camera's going to show something different. I guarantee you that. Let me read that again. The second part. It says a victory lap allows you now, and let me stop for a second. You ain't heard this shit nowhere on YouTube before motherfuckers start lying, and you're gonna start hearing about this shit on everybody's page. Victory lap, this, that. You ain't heard this shit nowhere, and I know you haven't, because I do my research very, very specifically, and I make sure the shit I talk about, I don't talk about what nobody shit talk about. Let me go back one more time, and then I'm gonna also read another thing that she wrote in regard to the victory lap. A victory lap in regard to Isaac, and don't even worry about the binding of Isaac. That's just like, you have to look that up, because it's like it's like the binding of Isaac is like, I don't know if y'all remember that game uh with the crucibles and the magic and all of that shit. It used to be called something back in the day. It was like real dark. Anyway, it's that kind of thing. But anyway, let me read this to y'all again, because I Googled the word victory lap and this came up, and I thought it was very, very peculiar that the second part makes so much sense. It says a victory lap, a victory lap. A is singular. A victory lap allows you to start a new run with almost all of your final items after killing the lamb in the dark room. Now, let's go back down to the bottom, because Ms. Daniels put a secondary part. Multiple laps can be made as long as the dark room is cleared each time. Now, if this shit don't make perfect sense to somebody who's a thinker, it's perfect sense. It tells you exactly what it's trying to say. If you think of this in terms of what we're talking about, so a victory lap in terms of what we're saying with hustle is, you said that you were on a victory lap, right? You started your lap, but the lamb had to be killed in order to start a new run, but you're allowed to do that as long as, I think I'm saying that wrong. When you go on your victory lap, it allows you to start a new run as long as the killing of the lamb happens in a certain place, which is the dark room. Y'all not hearing me today. Y'all not hearing me. Y'all not hearing me. Y'all are not hearing me today. And ain't nobody talking about this shit but Sam. Listen, I'm gonna read this shit again. Like, this is not by mistake. Everything happens by divine intervention. That I just so happen to be at work reading shit, and this just happened to cross my lap. A victory lap. And y'all that need reference, go up to B Daniels 153. Miss B Daniels, and maybe you want to post it again at the bottom for those who can't see it. But let me go back to it again. I know for those who don't want to hear it, you're welcome to leave. But this is real shit, okay? So I'm going to start from the beginning. We're going to talk about where this word came from, and then we're going to deal with what we talked about secondarily, and I'm going to be done with it, okay? So I was at work. Nipsey was on my mind, so I'm just Googling stuff. Like, I tried to find his contract. His first contract with Epic. I tried to find his contract with Atlantic. So something said, let me just Google victory lap. So I Googled victory lap, and this came up. When I Googled it, I just Googled victory lap. So I'm like, man, this is weird. I said, so let me read into this. So it says, and this is in terms of something specific, like a game like Dungeons and Dragons. That's the word I was trying to think of. So the Binding of Isaac is something like Dungeons and Dragons, except it's more real world, okay? So for those who don't know, if you want to look up the research, the Binding of Isaac is like Dungeons and Dragons in real life, okay? So let's not deal too much into that part. But it says a victory lap is a mechanic. A mechanic is a movement. The word mechanic means movement. The victory lap is a move or mechanic or movement added in the Binding of Isaac, which I told y'all was a game, which is Afterbirth. A victory lap allows you to start a new run with almost all of your final items. How? After killing the lamb in the dark room. Multiple laps can be made as long as the dark room is cleared each time. Each time what? Each time the lamb is killed. That's basically what it's saying. Each time the lamb is killed. I'm going to read that second part again. Multiple laps can be made as long as the dark room is cleared of the lamb each time. It doesn't say the lamb, but what's in the dark room, which you have to clear of, it says above what you're clearing out of the dark room, which is the lamb. After killing the lamb, you have to remove it from the dark room. So multiple laps can be made as long as the dark room is cleared of the lamb that you killed each time. Who is the lamb? What lamb was killed? Use your mind. I tell y'all all the time, use your brain. What's the lamb? Who is the lamb? Why would he need a victory lap? What purpose would the lamb need a victory lap for? Why would they talk about a dark room? What's the dark room? Think about what I'm saying, guys. I shouldn't have to explain everything to get you guys to think. That's why we're here. We all want to think and get things out and talk. I shouldn't be the one to have to talk about everything and get y'all to think. I try to help get our juices flowing so we have stuff to talk about. And this is important to me because I read this and I was just like, whoa, this is like perfect. Like, and he read a lot. I know he read a lot. He's read a lot of books. He read a lot of books. And I'm sure that something like this could have taken place across his threshold where he read it. He probably read about that person, Isaac, or this whole system of Isaac. Yeah, it's a rebirth. I already know. So why would the victory lab have to do with a rebirth, and the dying of a lamb in the dark room? And you can believe what you want to believe, guys. You don't have to believe me at all. If you see trolls, take them out. Get them out of here. So, if you would, one more time, Miss Daniels, can you post that again at the bottom? Because I want people to be able to find this. And I don't want them to say that they can't see what I'm talking about, where they got to keep going back and back and back and back. So we're going to print it one more time for you. This is what I'm talking about is in terms of a thing called the Binding of Isaac. I'm waiting for Miss B. Daniels to post it again for me one more time at the bottom so y'all can read it again. Give her some time. Damn. Oh, man, that's nice. Get ready to roll out. I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about that all morning since I saw that, and I've been waiting to get it to you guys. Y'all know I try to share everything with y'all. I try to share everything with y'all that comes across my lap through my research. And I try not to make it clickbait where people are just rushing to click on it. I try to share it with my people first. But I really, really want to, Ms. Daniels, can you post that for me one more time, please? I know you posted it once, but can you post it one more time, please? I would appreciate it. Down at the bottom. Please. And I got a picture of Nipsey with his daughter. Thank you. So for those that don't know what I'm talking about, that just came in or was talking and not listening, what we're talking about is Victory Lap. Okay, I'm gonna make this short because I gotta get going. I got other stuff to do today. I love y'all, but I got other stuff to do. But I wanted to share this with you guys. So please, if y'all could just concentrate and let me just do the last part of the video without everybody going back and forth, I appreciate it. So Victory Lap, we all know, is your finality. It's the last thing you do when you leave in something, your last race, your last lift, your last gun battle, whatever it is. You do your Victory Lap, that people wave and chant your name, and then you go off in a blaze of glory. Your first album should never, ever, ever be called a Victory Lap. Your first album, under normal minds, your first album should not be called Victory Lap if it makes sense to anybody, right? Okay, so let's deal with this. So a Victory Lap is a mechanic, and a mechanic we already determined is a movement added in the Binding of Isaac. The Binding of Isaac is like Game of Thrones or what we talked about before. What's up, Reds from Inglewood? So or binding of Isaac, it deals with the afterbirth. Now, think about that for a minute. Afterbirth is very important. A victory lap allows you to start a new run with almost all of your final items, meaning all of your items that you had when you were going to finish, all your money, all your kids, all your life, all your everything. After killing the lamb in the dark room. Let me say that one more time. A victory lap allows whoever the person is that's taking the victory lap to start a new run, which means, let's just put it in terms of Usain Bolt. It allows Usain Bolt to start a new run or a new life outside of track and field. Basically, he killed the lamb, which was the track and field star, to become an entrepreneur. Or Kobe Bryant killed the lamb, who was the all-star basketball player, to become the all-star entrepreneur. In the case of, we're talking about Nipsey Hussle, though, it could be measured differently, because a victory lap, in his case, actually meant that there was bloodshed for the lamb, and a lamb had to actually die in the dark room for a victory lap to be done. Now, if that is done properly, the next step to that is what? The next step to that is that multiple laps can be made as long as the dark room is cleared each time of what? Of the killing of the lamb that you killed. So a victory lap can be taken every time a lamb is killed. Think about that, guys. Think about that. And I'm going to leave y'all with that right there. Think about that for it. And by the time we come back again, we'll talk about this again, because this is hot on my mind right now. I appreciate everybody. Listen, guys, I appreciate the fact that y'all talking about trolls, but I'm trying to give y'all a lesson. And if y'all could really listen to me for a minute, I would greatly appreciate it. No disrespect to nobody, but I don't give a damn about trolls. I'm trying to give y'all some knowledge and some insight on something that I was given. Please, if everybody could just concentrate on victory lap. I don't care about trolls. I don't give a damn about none of that right now. What I'm talking about is victory lap and how this equates to Nipsey and his story. Okay? So the next time we talk, I want everybody to look into this, please, because we should be able to go deeper into this. Because I want to go deeper into this. I want to figure out what this whole process of the binding of Isaac is, and what it has to do specifically with a victory lap. Because that ain't just by sheer happenstance that the words victory lap are attached to that. And I'm sure Nip, being the intelligent person that he was, done read this before and then probably delved into this before. That's why he probably chose the words victory lap. So I gotta go, guys. We're gonna get back together again soon. Stay on this victory lap topic. Ain't nobody else talking about this on YouTube except us. So y'all go ahead and look into that, and we're gonna talk again about it. All right, I'm gonna holler at y'all.